The dreaded country line rotary tiller. Well, I had some problems with this. Like everything I've bought this year, has issues. Honestly, everything I've bought this year has had problems. But I bought this in late April and put it together one week, put the fluid in it, well, oh yeah, they don't tell you in the manual, but it takes about a gallon of fluid to fill up the side gearbox and the center gearbox. But anyway, filled this up, no leaks, because I'd heard all the YouTubers and stuff talk about leaks on these. Well, didn't have any leaks. This thing was rusted up a little bit. I guess they'd got it in the winter or something and got sold on it and they didn't wash it off or something, I don't know. But anyway, it was on sale because it was starting to rust here and there. But when I got it, it seemed to work fine. Actually, I was impressed with it. I mean, it's a good designed rototiller. It's tough. I mean, I'm happy with it. But the next week after I used it, it started to leak. I went through a lot of paper towels. But it's a side seal, that great big one. Which, you know, you think they could get seals right on these rototillers. They've been making them for, well, probably longer than I've been alive. But, well, anyway, make a long story short, it's been leaking all summer. I went back and forth with Tractor Supply. They did get me a new breather cap because mine was, the inside of it was rusted. There's a little plunger up inside of here. I think there's a little breather hole here. Now it's a spring-loaded ball bearing. Mine was rusted fast. They sent me a new one of these, and they sent me the seals for the front. Even though I specifically gave them the part number and told them it was the seal that was on the right side. I mean, several times they'd know. Well, they did get me a new breather cap, but that didn't stop the leak. And then they sent me the seals and the gaskets for the front part of it. So, but then it's been trying to go back and forth. Umpteen people at Tractor Supply dealing with trying to get this seal ordered. Well, I got it in April. I got the first seal and breather cap in June, and this is like August 13th, if I got the date right. I got this last Thursday, so August 8th or 9th. No, I'm sorry, September 8th or 9th. So, I finally got it. And, fought all year to get this little, well, it's not quite little, but this little seal. And it's supposed to have a year warranty. Well, half my warranty's up, and, you know. I'm assuming it was developed an overpressure because of the breather cap, or maybe it was just a bad seal, maybe it's a little spring on the inside broke. But today I want to tear it apart. There's a drain hole underneath of it. Use an Allen wrench, take it out. It's going to drain everything down. I got the breather cap off. We're going to drain this, and I want to pour this seal out. Looks like I just poured out and beat the new one in. And hopefully it doesn't leak. But yeah, it's taken all summer. I'm not happy with Tractor Supply at all. I mean, you know, when you give them the exact part number and tell them, describe what seal it is, and they get the wrong one. But anyway, hopefully, you know, not too many other things will leak, because this side gearbox has been leaking. But of course it's greased. I don't know why, but it's leaking grease out too. Like I say, it's a decent design tiller. I mean, it's made heavy. I'm pretty happy with it, but we're trying to get a little container. And up in there is, there are 4 bolts that hold the gearbox, and there's an empty hole there in the middle. And you use an Allen wrench, and you drain it. I'm going to get me a little pan, drain out what fluid's left, although it's leaked all half the summer, you know, most of the summer. I'm about ready to take my garden down, and I need this thing, so we're going to get this fixed here today. and hopefully it'll take care of our problems. But yeah, not happy with the customer service at Tractor Supply. It shouldn't take me 8 months. Well, what happens if I break a tine? I'm down a year. I mean, geez, that's something that they should have, laying around. They should have parts for these. But even if they have to order it off Tartar Industries or was it King Cutter or whatever the brand is, they should have parts for them. I mean, but anyway, their idea of warranty is bring it back. We'll give you another one. I gotta spend time doing that, but so I'm like, just send me the seal, I'll fix it. But anyway, we're gonna take this apart and see how it goes. Okay, well I got the old one out. Basically, how you do these larger seals, you need one of these high-tech screwdriver thingies, and you just beat it with one of these what would you call it, Allie? A ball bean hammer, right? Right. Okay. Well, anyway, you just beat it and you pop it out. One thing I was worried about was this little retainer spring here. If that gets loose, well, that may be the reason why it was leaking. And if it got in there, there are all nice little bearings in there. You don't want that. But my spring's still here. And the only damage to the seal is where I had to pop it out. Anyway, we just wipe this clean, and then I'll grease up the inside. You want to put a layer of grease on the inside of this new seal. Basically, it just gets hammered back inside of there. You gotta be careful not to burger it up. I want to start out with like a dead blow hammer, and then finish up with this. I don't think I have a seal driver this big. I got some like 3-inch sockets, but I'm not thinking that's gonna work. But anyway, these big seals aren't as tight as the smaller seals. So first, I'm just going to try tapping it in place, and because it doesn't matter if you bend the outside a little bit as long as it seals here. But the inside's where you're going to put some grease, and hopefully the new one won't leak like the old one. So you can see the lip on this is bigger on the inside, and it sticks out more. So I'm thinking they made a better seal, or maybe this one did wear because of the overpressure. Like I said, these have a little ball bearing in here and a little vent cap, and they push up and down like that. But the first one was rusted fast, so you want to watch these. I'm thinking that's what's caused my problem. But anyway, we'll get the new seal cleaned and lubed up, and we'll put it in, and then we got to get our fluid put back in, which is always fun to get covered in that gear oil because it smells so good. Anyway, later. Hey YouTubers. Well, I was in the process of cleaning this up, and my camera ain't doing this any justice, but the shaft here, see there's bearings and a retaining clip and a shaft, but see how it's all corroded? In some places around here there's like an inner and an outer ring of corrosion, but that's a bad place. It's pitted. I've been trying to clean it up, but you can see there's corrosion all the way around that. Now, I know they haul farm equipment on open trailers, flatbeds and stuff, but when that salt gets in there, it really does a number on it. And that must have set on in the seal, because these are shipped dry, so the salt or whatever gets in there. You live up more north where they treat the roads with salt. But that shaft, there is no way I'm going to be able to get all that pitting out of it with emery cloth. I've cleaned it up as much as I can. The only thing I can do is put this new seal in. Put the new seal in and hope it don't leak. And if it leaks, they're getting it back. I mean, I can't take it out and machine it. I don't have no way to, go that far down. I mean, pitting is deep. So all I can say is, if you get one of these, make sure it's not rusted on the outside, because it'll be rusted on the inside. Because like I said, they ship the cases empty, and if there's any moisture gets in there, especially if it's salt, they're done. And $100 off when on sale because it's a little rusted is not worth this. I wasted half a day and found out it's probably going to leak anyway. And I have no faith in this thing. So if it leaks, I'll let you know I'm taking it back, but I'm just saying it's pretty much, you know, that might seal, but I doubt it. You know, this is like an hour of time I'll never get sitting here until my hands cramp up. You know, I have bad hands anyway, I can't hardly do anything. And I'm sitting here with emery cloth trying to clean this up, and I hope I don't get any dust in there. I'm cleaning all that out as much as I can. But anyway, yeah, that's why it was leaking. It was corroded. Later. Hey YouTubers. So, that's the installed seal. I just tapped it in with a dead blow hammer, and then last little bit I used a smaller ball peen hammer I could get in there around. This kind of gets in the road when you're tapping on this side. But it's back in. Now I greased up the center real good, and I even put some around on the outside so that, you know, it'll seat in. I turned it over a few times, and I started putting oil in. And I emptied out my first gallon. I put the old back in. Found some flakes in there, which is kind of concerning because this thing ain't been ran that much. And some mystery, I don't know, there's some other little shreds of that too. That's why I didn't finish off putting all that in there. I didn't want to get the bad stuff from the bottom in there. If I was Teflon tape off that bottom plug, I wish they would have told me that before I put it back in with nothing on it. It ain't leaking yet, so hopefully it won't. But yeah, the metal pieces of metal isn't a good thing. So I'm topping this off. It ain't started running out yet. Had to break out the old jug of this. I bought brand new for this because I didn't want to put this old stuff, which is probably 5 or 6 years old at least. So anyway, we're gonna finish topping this off and leave her set. I may start up the tractor and run it here, see if it leaks or not. But I said if it leaks, it's going back because that shaft was pitted pretty bad. I got it cleaned up as best as I could and with my hands because they just cramp up and you can't do anything. But all I gotta do is top it off, put the plugs back in it, and we'll see if it leaks. So I'll let you know here eventually if this thing goes back or not. But for what it's worth, it's not hard to change the seal. I mean, it's not worth loading everything up, hauling it back, getting a new one, putting it all together, and have it to leak too. Or, you know, I mean, I'd have to cut the new shaft. You got to put the top all together. It's not worth it. A screwdriver and a hammer, and you know, you can pop it out. I've been down here for like, you know, well, probably about an hour now, but a lot of that was cleaning up the old shaft. If it wasn't too bad, I would have just, you know, tapped a new one in after wiping it up and been done in a half an hour. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll hold. If not, well, I won't have a rototiller then. I'll have to do it with my little front tine and tear up my hands even more. But anyway, that's life. Like I said, everything I bought this year has been a POS, and I don't know, man. I just have not had any luck. Everything I buy has been bad. Hey, later.